JustYearn here. What's up, Tigers? Yearn to succeed and follow your dreams. Yearn to succeed and follow your dreams. Yesterday, if those who had a chance to watch the news, they saw the funeral for George Floyd. I just want to start off this by saying rest in peace. I also want to start this off by saying rest in peace to Ahmaud Arbery and Breonna Taylor and the rest of the innocent black kings and queens who lost their life to this system. This system who doesn't have doesn't have doesn't have our best interest. Quite frankly, we are fighting a war designed by the enemy, where the cops are killing us at an alarming rate. If you had the chance to watch the video, I mean the funeral, you can just feel the energy. You can just feel the pain. You can just feel the hurt that no amount of money can fix. You know, you just can't give somebody a lump sum and just think that their lives are gonna be changed when they're missing a soul, they're missing a vessel, they're missing they're missing completion, something to complete them. You know, no amount of money can fix that, you know. So before I get started, I will do a rest in peace and we will proceed. Dear Heavenly Father, during this hard time, I'd like you to move your energy towards the family of George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, and Breonna Taylor. Protect them, give them the strength, allow justice to be served as we move forward in life. I'd also like to pray for Vanessa Bryan, Laura London. I know their hearts are heavy as well. Continue to bless them with wisdom. Continue to bless them with strength and courage and faith. Continue to shower them with healing and patience. I want to challenge you to close your eyes for a second. All right? I want to challenge you to close your eyes for a second. All right? Yes. Really, close your eyes. What color do you see? What color do you see? when you're in your mother's womb, excuse me, you cannot see. It is black. When you close your eyes to go to sleep, you see black. Those two examples do not even scratch the surface to tell you how important black is. You know, when you're in school and you're playing with paint, you don't even have to take the black paint and draw and color. You can literally take from each color and color on a paper, construction paper, cardboard, easel, a canvas, excuse me. And you can see how those colors form to black. What's the point, Mr. Yearn? What's the point? What are you getting at? When you break down all these colors, you realize that you get black. And you realize that without those colors, black doesn't exist. And in order to have those colors, you need a form of black. You need black within those colors. So for people to say all lives matter and cannot find it within their souls to say Black Lives Matter, let's look at this for an analogy. The colors. All life, all colors, all. When you look at all, you have black. When you're saying all, you're forming everybody together. You're saying all. When you form all the colors together, you have black. When you say all lives matter, you're also saying Black Lives Matter too. So why can't you say Black Lives Matter? Why is it so hard for you to speak those words? Why is it uncomfortable for you to just say 3 words? Black Lives Matter. From the beginning of the time, we've been fighting for freedom. Slavery, segregation, civil rights movement. The list goes on. The list goes on. From 400 years plus till now, we are seeing the same thing. We are seeing how history really doesn't repeat itself. Why? We are still dealing with slavery. We're still dealing with injustice and equality. We're still fighting for freedom. We are fighting for everyone to be treated equal in 2020. You know, the only thing that I have to thank Trump for is exposing who is true or not. It exposes colors, people's true colors, that is. And throughout this police brutality, throughout the protesting, which has been the largest protest of all time, this has been one of the, if not the one protest that had the most protesters in history. I have to pause, Tigers, because this is tough. This is tough. Because as I'm saying it, or saying these things, I'm really envisioning somebody who does not appreciate Black Lives Matter and do not appreciate Black lives and want to say all life matter or in favor to Trump. And I'm trying to break this down in a way that they can understand. But knowing that I might come up short baffles me. You know, throughout this whole thing, I am happy that people are using their platform. I'm happy that people are speaking. I'm happy that people are engaging. I am happy that there are petitions and um, there are donations being made. I am happy that, you know, people are fighting. People are on the forefront for this, you know, and excuse me, I just want to take the time right now just to say if you have a voice, please use it. But use it wisely, you know. Make that educated choice and be smart about what you say and how you say it. You know, there are a lot of companies out there who are just using their time, just using this time for so it could benefit them. You know, I'm not gonna dissect too much on this right now. You know, I really want the focus to be on Black Lives Matter. I want the focus on this to be heal the world, make it a better place. You know, Black lives do matter. And if it wasn't for Black people, there would be a lot missing from this earth. You know, if it wasn't for Black people, you you wouldn't have potato chips. If it wasn't for the Black people, you wouldn't have traffic signal. If it wasn't for Black people, you wouldn't have refrigerated trucks. If it wasn't for Black people, you will never have millionaires. If it wasn't for Black people, you would have never had gold, diamonds, copper, titanium, You wouldn't have an iPhone or Android or MacBook or a computer for that matter. There was no black person, there wouldn't be a blood bank. It's just the beginning. I can keep on listing, I can keep on naming, but I think you get the point. There has to be a time where we recognize black for what it is and not try to benefit from it when it's convenient. You know, if it wasn't for black people, there would be no such thing as spirituality. There will be no such thing as music. There'll be no such thing as fashion. There'll be no such thing as certain foods that we eat. You know, and that needs to be recognized. That needs to be appreciated. This whole thing woke up a lot of people because we are tired, you know. And I'm seeing videos on Facebook and Instagram and all over social media, and I'm seeing how like kids are literally arguing with their parents about this, you know, and parents aren't in agreement, you know, and they're saying that, you know, the black community or the black people deserve what they're getting. There are white people mad that little children are hanging up flyers for George Floyd. Wait, what? There are people who are mad that the focus is on black people. Let's take a second to think about that. You have people out there who are mad that the focus is on black people for once. Man, Black Lives Matter. You know, and if you have a friend who is black or of color, please reach out to them. You know, ask them how they're doing. Ask them, you know, how's their mental health. Ask them, is there anything that you can do for them during this time? You know, it is time to reach out. It is time to help. It is time to use our voices, you know, so we can be victorious in this battle. You know, kind of this what's happening now has a end game X-Men Matrix kind of feeling to it, you know. So we need to do our due diligence and put the work in so we can be victorious at the end. There are several people who have asked me, you know, what you can do during this time, you know, and speak. That's the best way. You know, if you don't have a large platform, you can still speak. You know, if you have 100 people following you on social media, you have 100 friends, you can still speak up on these matters. You can still donate. You can find nonprofits that you can volunteer to help out. I mean, there's several things that you can do, you know, to support this manner and to spread awareness to what is going on. All right? Not going to take too much of your time, but Black lives do matter. Black lives have mattered, and Black lives will matter. You know, I want people to speak up, but I also want people to put their heart in it when they speak up and be sincere and not have alternative motives for when they speak up. not just post a picture and just go back to the way things were, because every day somebody dies. We know that. Every day we're gonna die. Someday. Someday we're gonna become a part of that. Every day somebody dies. And to know that somebody died because of police brutality when they didn't have to, you know, strikes a nerve with me. You know, to think to yourself, you're a black male, and that might become a statistic for you, making you a statistic when you're trying not to be a statistic, strikes a nerve with me. You know, to think about my friends who are black and I feel nervous for them, or my family members, and I wish them to be safe, especially during this time, strikes a nerve with me. And if it doesn't strike a nerve with you, with your black friends, with your black family members, or your black co-workers, then I don't know what to tell you. You know? I'm gonna stop right here. There's obviously a lot more that can be said. I think you get the general idea that Black Lives Matter, and that's it. That's, it's the bottom line. It's not all lives matter right now. Yes, black people know that already. We've been helping all lives matter, and that's the reason why we got put in this predicament where we're fighting just to say Black Lives Matter, right? Understand that we've been fighting for all lives since the beginning. Slavery days, we were taking care of the white folks. We were taking care of their kids. We were cooking, picking cotton. All right. Even till now. All right. How the government goes into Africa to give them vaccines and testing. What are we doing? And being lied to about it. We're helping you guys. When you come and you start war in Africa, whether it's China, France, or America, and with you're taking copper, you're taking all of these minerals from Earth, from Africa, for your benefit. When innocent people are in jail for weed, because I'm gonna call this innocent, for weed, and weed is legal now, and the white people are benefiting from something that we created, because weed came from Southeast Asia. Well, we created that shit. It's another thing to think about, man. Just remember, Black Lives Matter. We are not gonna stop fighting. We are not gonna stop fighting until we get justice. We are not. Tigers, thank you for your patience. More videos are coming soon. I didn't expect to come back like this. Honestly, didn't. But these are some things that need to be said and need to be heard. Stay tuned for more videos as the Black life continue.